Head out about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. Tonight, it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Washington Commanders.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Forward.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
Throwing is Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You talk about this Washington defense. Well, they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
19.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. A throw left side, hauled in by Lane. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's 1st down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. Give him 11 yards and time and a new set of downs. Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
70 left, check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And it's 3-0 Washington. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're riding a two-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he has met out the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. But you look at this defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
Now Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Third and 8. The slot man in motion right. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They go play action now. Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Jackson now. And he comes back with 1 complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Hands it off out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Jackson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Jackson from the shotgun. And his throw here's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. To throw is Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, on is Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Washington, first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw here. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When I see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset, this is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. This is 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Ravens' 47-yard line.
Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. But he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
4-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 10-3.
Commanders 10, Ravens 3. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll bring him back within 4. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And now the rookie's free. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
17. Ravens 6. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
You see, right? You at 180. What? 180. Hey, Ozzy. Yo.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are back within a score.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. And he bangs it through and makes it a 17-13 ball game.
The score, Commanders 17, Ravens 13. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A nice throw by the rookie from Auburn. It gets his guys a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard
I know sometimes
line.
we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready? COVID-19. Ready?
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down." They love being physical.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Ravens 13. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Here we go. Set. Go.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And this is beginning to border on dominance. Another strong run that picks up a 1st down. You've got to wonder if the defense coordinator is wondering, do I even go to goal line defense in any situation now to try and slow down this running game?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll dump this off to Scatterby. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 9. Now it's Jackson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. From the shotgun now, here's an inside Gill. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
2nd down and 8. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
180. 180. That's what.
Looking to throw. Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Ravens will line up for the two-point conversion.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
Keeps the score. Commanders 24, Ravens 19. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll drop to throw. He's got his receiver, Lane. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Second and 14. Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. The play action fake, gonna look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Mike Green with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Washington going to send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Here comes 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Throwing, Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. He's got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now Jackson. Jackson going to keep it. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for the Commanders, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall back to 500 at chance to redeem themselves at home next week.